Hello to Amber May. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thinking to chat to you today. So, can you tell me roughly how long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
Well, unprofessionally, I've been writing music since I was about 7 or 8, but I've only really been doing it full time for about a year.
So, what is it like going into the recording studio to record your debut EP?
It was amazing, honestly. I loved it so much. I've always loved singing, but going into a studio and having the quality and it was incredible. I really love it. I love the studio so much.
So, can you tell me more about your debut EP?
Yeah.
The tracks on there?
What would you like to know?
Um, is there any tracks on there that stands out for you that you've written and
Yeah.
performed so far?
I think my first Run Away With Me. That was my first single, and it was amazing because I didn't expect really anything from it. I just thought it was gonna be released and then I'd have to do many more from them. But actually, somehow it went really well. I got really good feedback. I got quite a lot of interviews and gigs and radio time. So it was amazing. It kind of just boosted my confidence at the beginning of my start of my career, to be honest. And then, yeah, it helped me to keep going and write many more.
You released a single called "Love You Right." So, can you tell me more about that?
Yes, I can. So that was my second release, and it was another original. It was a bit similar to the first song, I would say, similar kind of vibe, but with this one, I definitely tried harder on the video side and the promotion side, and yeah, that led me up to my most recent one.
So, where did you get your inspiration to become a singer songwriter?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably. From a lot of places, but since I was little, my mum always loved listening to music. She was always around singing around me, and I always wanted to be as good as my mum at singing. I always wanted to be a singer and write music. And then when I got to about 10 years old, I found Amy Winehouse, and I love her voice so much. I started listening to Amy, Nina Simone, Etta James. I really loved the like deep, soulful, raw voices, and I started trying to sing like them in my own way from very little. And I think it definitely rubbed off and influenced my style of how I sing now.
So, can you tell me more about your latest single called "This Wheels on Fire."
Of course. So this Wheels of Fire actually is the only one that I have not written so far. I You might know it. It was written by Bob Dylan actually a long time ago, and then covered by Julie Driscoll for the TV show Ab Fab. Absolutely fabulous. Um, and I didn't know any of this, but my producer Stuart sent it over to me, and he said he would love to remake it with me, and he wants me to do it. And I wasn't sure because I didn't want to do any covers, to be honest. It wasn't what I had planned, but I was listening to it over a long time, figuring out what I'd do. And I was listening to Back to Black actually by Amy Winehouse, and I started singing this Wheels on Fire on top of it. And then suddenly I loved it and I loved the idea. And I sent a voice note over to my producer, Stuart, and I said, how about we use the piano from Back to Black, to like make it a bit more darker and deeper because that's the sound I like, the more soulful sound. And then he loved it, and it went from there, and it became what it is now.
So, are you working on any new music in the near future?
I am. I have many, many songs that I'm working on right now. So hopefully, an album or EP in the new year will be coming your way.
I look forward to hearing that. So, I know you got some gigs you done recently. So, can you tell my listeners about your social media?
Of course, I can. So on Instagram, I'm amber.may_official, and in my bio, that has a link to everything. But I have my own website, which is ambermayofficial.com, all lowercase with no spaces or anything. And that has my links to all my gigs, all my social media, and everything.
Thank you for chat to you today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been amazing.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.